Hello friends, today we learn regarding what is leukemia. So leukemia is a one type of blood disorder. टॉपिक स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं कहना चाहूँगी, अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आए तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें. Now first, definition of leukemia. It is defined as a cancer of the blood forming tissues including the bone marrow and the lymphatic system. Many types of leukemia exist. Some forms of leukemia are more common in children. Other forms of leukemia occurs mostly in adults. So, leukemia is a one type of blood cancer. Now, causes of leukemia includes scientists don't understand the exact causes of leukemia. It's seen to develop from a combination of genetic and environmental factors. And other are the radiation exposure, chemotherapy, the presence of primary immunodeficiency and infection with the human T-cell leukemia virus type 1. Now risk factors includes factors that may increase risk of developing some types of leukemia includes the previous cancer treatment, genetic disorders, exposure to certain chemicals, smoking, family history of leukemia. Now classification includes doctors classify leukemia based on its speed of progression and the type of cells involved. The first type of classification is by how fast the leukemia progress. In that, first one is the acute leukemia and second one is the chronic leukemia. First, acute leukemia. In this, the abnormal blood cells are immature blood cells. They can't carry out their normal functions and they multiply rapidly. So the disease worsens quickly. Acute leukemia requires aggressive, timely treatment. Then second is the chronic leukemia. There are many types of chronic leukemia. Some produce too many cells and some cause too few cells to be produced. Chronic leukemia involves more mature blood cells. These blood cells replicate or accumulate more slowly and can function normally for a period of time. Some forms of chronic leukemia initially produce no early symptoms and can go unnoticed or undiagnosed for years also. So this one is the chronic leukemia. Now the second type of classification is by type of white blood cell affected. In that, first one is lymphocytic leukemia. This type of leukemia affects the lymphoid cells as the name suggests. Lymphocytes which form lymphoid or lymphatic tissue. Lymphatic tissue makes up your immune system. Then second is the myelogenous leukemia. This type of leukemia affects the myeloid cells. Myeloid cells give rise to red blood cells, white blood cells and platelet producing cells. Now major types of leukemia includes first one is the acute lymphocytic leukemia, ALL. This is the most common type of leukemia in young children. It can also occur in adults. Then second major types includes acute myelogenous leukemia, AML is a common type of leukemia. It occurs in children and adults. It is the most common type of acute leukemia in adults. Then third one is the chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CLL. This is the most common chronic adult leukemia. Now fourth one is chronic myelogenous leukemia, CML. This type of leukemia mainly affects the adults. A person with this type of leukemia may have few or no symptoms for months or years before entering a phase in which the leukemia cells grow more quickly. Then fifth one is the other types. Other rarer types of leukemia exist including hairy cell leukemia, myelodysplastic syndromes and myeloproliferative disorders. Now symptoms of leukemia includes leukemia symptoms vary depending on the type of leukemia. Common leukemia signs and symptoms includes the fever or chills, persistent fatigue, weakness, frequent or severe infections, losing weight without trying. Other symptoms includes swollen lymph nodes, enlarged liver or spleen, easy bleeding or bruising, recurrent nosebleeds, tiny red spots in your skin, that is petechia, excessive sweating, especially at night, then bone pain or tenderness. Now, diagnostic test. Doctors may find chronic leukemia in a routine blood test before symptoms begin. If this happens or if patient have signs or symptoms that suggest leukemia, patient may undergo the following diagnostic exams. First one is the physical examination. Physical signs of leukemia such as pale skin from anemia, swelling of lymph nodes and enlargement of liver and spleen. Then blood test includes the complete blood count, in that RBC, WBC and also platelet count. Then bone marrow test. Now the management of leukemia includes treatments and drugs. Treatment for leukemia depends on many factors. Doctor determines leukemia treatment options based on age and overall health, the type of leukemia and whether it has spread to other parts of body. Common treatments used to fight leukemia includes the chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is the major form of treatment for leukemia. This drug treatment uses chemicals to kill leukemia cells. Depending on the type of leukemia, patient may receive a single drug or a combination of drugs of chemotherapy. These drugs may come in a pill form or they may be injected directly into a vein. Then biological therapy. Biological therapy works by using treatments that help your immune system recognize and attack leukemia cells. Then other is the radiation therapy. Radiation therapy uses X-rays or other high energy beams to damage leukemia cells and stop their growth in a body. During radiation therapy, patient lie on a table while a large machine moves around body, directing the radiation to precise points on body. Then patient may receive radiation in one specific area of body where there is a collection of leukemia cells. Then radiation therapy may be used to prepare for a stem cell transplant also. Then stem cell transplant is other option for a leukemia treatment. It is a procedure to replace deceased bone marrow with a healthy bone marrow. Before a stem cell transplant, patient receive high dose of chemotherapy or radiation therapy to destroy deceased bone marrow, then receive an infusion of a blood forming stem cells that help to rebuild bone marrow. Patient may receive stem cells from a donor or in some cases patient may be able to use own stem cells. Now, nursing diagnosis for a leukemia patients. Risk for infection related to inadequate defense mechanism. Then activity intolerance related to inadequate oxygenation of the blood. Then altered nutrition, less than body requirements related to inadequate nutritional intake and anorexia. Then ineffective self-health management related to lack of knowledge about appropriate nutrition and medication regimen. Now, common intervention for a leukemia patients. Encourage patient to discuss quality of life issues. Closely monitor temperature. Observe for fever associated with tachycardia, hypotension, etc. Inspect skin for tender, erythematous areas, open wounds. Cleanse skin with antibacterial solutions. Then change IV tubings according to facilities policy. Use a strict sterile technique, and if the patient receives total parenteral nutrition, then give catheter care to the patient. Then monitor laboratory test for signs and symptoms of infection. Develop plan of care to help a patient manage severe side effects of chemotherapy. Then provide knowledge about all drugs being administered and their side effect. Encourage alternate rest and activity periods to provide activity without tiring the patient. Then monitor cardiorespiratory response to activity to evaluate activity intolerance. Then limit number of visitors and interruptions by visitors to provide rest periods. Then encourage increased intake of protein, iron and vitamin C to provide nutrients needed for maximum iron absorption and hemoglobin production. Then implement measures to prevent tissue injury or bleeding, gentle brushing of teeth or gums with a soft toothbrush, cotton swab and sponge tip applicator, using electric razor and avoiding sharp razors when shaving, avoiding forceful nose blowing and needle sticks to prevent hemorrhage in a patient. Then arrange physical activities to reduce competition for oxygen supply to vital functions, that is avoid activity right after meals. Assist with regular physical activities, that is ambulation and transfers. Then determine in collaboration with a dietitian number of calories and type of nutrients needed to meet nutritional requirements to plan interventions. Teach patient how to keep a food diary to help evaluate nutritional intake. Then monitor recorded intake for nutritional content and calories to evaluate nutritional status. Then encourage patient to keep a diary of daily routines and energy levels, noting activities that increase fatigue. Then provide quiet environment and uninterrupted rest periods. Encourage rest periods before meals. Assist with ambulation and other activities as indicated. Then review with a patient measurements of fluid intake and output. Then hemoglobin values, blood pressure readings or weight gains and weight loss. Then administered antibiotics, iron supplements and other symptomatic drugs according to doctor's orders. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स। तो आज हमने देखा ल्यूकेमिया के बारे में। अगर आपको मेरा ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।